Hi y'all, welcome back to my channel, and thank y'all for tuning in for another one of my DIYs. I'm gonna tell y'all a quick story about what happened to me the other day that inspired this DIY. I went to the Salvation Army thrift store just to peep in and see if I could find some cheap whatnots or something, you know, to add to my she shed. And I was just gonna, you know, look real quick. I really didn't want to buy anything, but I just thought I'd go in there and see if I could see something real quick for a couple of dollars, maybe, or whatever. So while I was in there, I ran across this wooden magazine holder, magazine rack, and I don't know why, but every time I see a magazine rack, I'm really drawn to it because I love magazines. I always have a lot of them, and I need a place to display my magazines. So I'm always drawn to a magazine holder. But when I saw the magazine holder, I really did like it, but I didn't like the price for it because the price was $19.99. It was $20. And I'm thinking, you know, that a good price for it at the thrift store would be $10. So I asked, I looked for the manager, and I asked her, could she give me a deal? So she was like, okay, I'll give it to you for, so I could go down to 14. So I'm like, okay. So I'm walking around and I'm looking at some other stuff, and I'm thinking about it. You know, I really didn't want to, you know, pay $15 for it because I really didn't want to spend $15 in that store when I went in there anyway. But I saw that, and I really did like it. And I was thinking that, you know, if I could get it for a good deal, like $10, then, you know, I'd go ahead and scoop it up. So anyway, I walked around for a few minutes, and then when I got ready to go pay, and I asked, you know, and the girl rang me up. She rang me up. She rang me up for $14.99, and I didn't want to pay that because I didn't want to pay 14. So I'm telling her, well, you said 14, so you should have rung it up for $13.99. And she was like, ma'am, do you want it or not? You know, and blah, blah, blah. So to make a long story short, I kind of got mad because to me, I feel like she was a little snappy when she was talking about, ma'am, do you want it or not? And so I was like, well, just forget it. And I left it or whatever. And so after I left, you know, I was, you know, thinking about it, and I was like, man, I really did want that that magazine rack. So I went back up there to get it. So when I went back up there, this lady said that the man that was standing behind me bought it. And that made me mad because I had a feeling that that was gonna happen, because just because he was standing there when we was arguing about it, and it was just, you know, customers do that kind of crap. And he didn't. I know he didn't want that thing because that's not what he went in there for. He was already in that store making his purchases, and he had some pants. He was in there for clothes. He was not in there for a magazine rack, so why would he buy that? He was just being spiteful, in my opinion, to buy it or whatever. So I really feel like he bought it because he was like, I bet you if she come back up here, it ain't gonna be up here. She gonna change her mind. She gonna come back up here, but it ain't gonna be here because I'm gonna buy it and it's gonna be gone. So I know he did that to be spiteful, but anyway, didn't get a chance to get my magazine rack or whatever from there, and I was really hurt about it, you know, not to the point of tears or anything, but I couldn't stop thinking about that magazine rack because I really did want it. Then when I got to looking them up online to see if I could just find another one like it or whatever, they were selling them online for way more than $14.99. And well, maybe not way more. Like some places they are a lot. You know, if you look up magazine holders, magazine racks on the internet, and just go to a couple of sites, you'll see that they can get very expensive. So I'm not the only one that like magazine holders, magazine racks, because they get expensive. But I did see some on eBay, and they were, you know, different prices, but most of them, like I probably saw some. I saw one for like $16. It wasn't like the one that I left up there that I really wanted, but you have to pay shipping, and shipping runs from I don't know, $20, $40, $50, $60, and probably a little bit more. And it was like, wow, I could have just got the one at the Salvation Army and saved myself all this headache over the extra 99 cents that I didn't want to pay. So after looking at all those different magazine racks and seeing that the prices that they're selling them for, and I still did not see one like the one that I wanted that was up there, I decided to build my own. So that inspired my DIY, because all day long I'm thinking about that magazine rack, and that was on Friday, and today is Wednesday, and I've been thinking about it ever since. But I've been working on my schoolwork, and I haven't had a chance to just build my my magazine rack, but I decided to build it, and I'm gonna show y'all what I did. And so this is what I did. So I got and I'm building this from some wood that I already have at the house from making other stuff, because I built my kids a bed. I don't know if I showed y'all the bed yet or whatever. Anyway, this is the side, and I drew this on a piece of wood, and I'm trying to make it like the one that I wanted, and I'm doing it from memory. What really makes me mad, I'm not so much mad that I didn't get that one. I'm really mad because I could at least took a picture of it, and if I had taken a picture of it, then I would really remember what it looked like, and then I could just make it myself, and I would have rather done that. So, but what I'm doing is trying to make one from my memory of it. It's the best I can do, and I'm gonna come up with one that's gonna be nice. And so I started out with, you know, I drew this pattern up. I just drew it, freestyled it, and drew it up, and cut it out with my saw. And I got 2 pieces. That's gonna be my side. All this is my materials that I'm gonna use to put the things together. Now, I already pre-cut and sanded my pieces. And this is the other side. I got 2 of these, and these are gonna be the sides of it. And anyway, I drilled a hole in the middle, and I went up there and bought this bar at Lowe's. This was like $1 and something. So really, this is the only thing that I bought other than some little nails. I'm gonna nail it together, and everything else I already had from making other stuff. So Anyway, so I put, this is gonna be the bar because it's gonna be two-sided, and I put this in there to split it up and make it two-sided to hold the hold my magazine, books, whatever I put in there. And these are my other pieces. This is my sides. Let's see, I'm trying to pull this out. Okay, I got these right here. Two sides and lay it over there. Two sides, and this is my bottom. And I just found this piece of wood laying in the garage. I guess I cut this from something I used, and I found that and I decided to use that as the bottom. Connect it like that. And these are my sides right here. These pieces. This right here, I cut that from the scraps also. And I'm just gonna put that on the side. In the front, that's gonna be my, I say it's my sides, really it's front and back. And then that's the front. And I just cut this one, just made a little design, cut that, you know, kind of switch it up a little bit, add a little something to it. So yeah, I'm gonna put those pieces together, and then that's gonna make my magazine holder. And this, I think I'm gonna put this little piece, I had this left over from cutting this. I'm gonna glue that, I think, in the middle to also split and make two sides. I think I'm gonna glue that piece down right there like that. See how that worked. And then my books will lean up against this side, on this side, and then I have books on this side also. So yeah, and this is the glue that I'm using. No, it's not. I made that up. Okay, this is the glue that I'm gonna use. This glue my pieces, and I'm gonna use these nails. And try to nail it together. And so I'm also gonna stain it. I'm not gonna paint it, although I might put a little accent paint on, I don't know. But this is a stain, I'm gonna use this. This is a classic gray wood stain, so instead of it looking like that raw white wood, it's gonna have a classic gray. Maybe it'll look old or something. And then this is the other one that I used when I did my composting toilet, vintage aqua. So I might kind of put a little hint of that also on there, and kind of have it, the two colors, and see how that work out, a mixture. So that's what I'm gonna do right quick. I'm gonna go ahead and put these pieces together. And also, this is also what I did. I'm gonna show y'all. I bought another piece of wood so that I can, hello there.
Hi.
I bought another piece of wood so that I can use as a pattern to make more of these in case somebody want to buy one, or I make one for somebody. I don't know if that sounded right, but yeah, I thought maybe I could make them and sell them. So yeah, handmade wooden magazine holders, and this is, I bought this piece of wood and I traced out the cuts of wood on here so that I could cut this out and use this as a pattern to make more. So I just drew it, traced my pieces with a pencil, and I'm gonna cut this out at some point so that I can have a pattern to make it again. And yeah, so now I'm gonna go ahead and stain it, and I'm gonna put it together. And I don't know what I do with my tripod right now, so I'm probably not gonna actually film me doing the staining and the gluing and nailing, but I will because I gotta use my hands, I'm sorry, but I'll show you the finished product in just a second. Okay, let's get to it. Okay, so that took me a few days, well, it took a couple of days of working on it to get it exactly the way I want it, and I'm gonna show you the finished product right now. Yep, this is the magazine rack that I created on my own, and it's similar to the one that I was wanting to get at the thrift store, and I love it. I really love it. I'm so happy. I was really disappointed because I didn't get the one that I saw at the thrift store, but now I'm happy that I didn't get it because I created this one, and I created it from some wood like I showed y'all. There was some pieces that I had around the house that I used on other projects, some of the scraps, and I used that to cut this out. And so yeah, after I put all the pieces together that I cut out, I added the bars on the inside as a divider, so it has two sides. I got these bars at Lowe's, little wooden stick round rods, whatever, and I got those, and also this piece at the bottom to divide the bottom. I glued that down, and that's so that I can have the two sections, and when I have the books on this side on the back, they won't slide. And so yeah, I stained it with a classic gray stain, and that blue is the vintage aqua. And so yeah, the design and the handle and the little design is just something that I just kind of drew up real quick just to add a little edge to it or something or whatever. But yeah, I really love it. Really love it. And I have a lot of magazines. So yeah. And so I'm gonna show y'all what it looked like holding the magazines and show you that it actually works and it's functional. And that is the magazine holder. That I created. And yeah, it's really nice. This is going in my she shed storage, magazine storage. Yep, this came out perfect. And I think on my next video, cause I didn't, I know I didn't show me actually doing the work of putting it together, and that's because I didn't have my tripod to set up my camera or whatever. But I'm gonna next time I'm gonna do another video. I'm gonna make another one. I'm gonna do a video of me actually putting it together. A time-lapse video, of course. So If y'all want to see that, stay tuned. Be looking for that to come out soon. And anyway, other than that, thanks for watching. If you're not subscribed to me, hit the subscribe button down below. And see you next time.